Hey guys, this is Sean from Die Laughing Studios. I know I haven't made a video in a long time. I've been really busy lately with my new job and whatnot. I just wanted to hold you over with a little classic video games collection video. Basically, I have been working on a few videos here and there. I just haven't had time to release them or finish editing them. But rest assured, within the next couple months, I'll be releasing a lot more videos, a lot more reviews, a lot less of this crap that I've been doing lately. Just wanted to show you my collection real quick. It's not a huge collection. I've only been working on it for about a year, but I'm getting there. Let's start over here. First, we have Donkey Kong Country in the box on Super Nintendo. This is the only boxed game I have for Super Nintendo. I don't have the game in this box right now. I keep it loose so I can play it. I don't like to keep it in the box because I may want to play it one day and have to keep taking it out of the box, and I don't want to risk messing up the box. Plus, I have it in a nice, cover, little plastic cover thing, so it doesn't get any dust on it, which as you can see, I probably need to dust. I haven't had the time to really mess with this lately, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what I got, and maybe you guys want some of these games as well. And I get a lot of this stuff on eBay, which is a bitch because it's very expensive buying from eBay, but it's the only way I have to get them right now because I don't really have many flea markets and stuff like that to get these games from around here in North Carolina. So I also got a Super Nintendo, my prized possession. Super Nintendo is my favorite system of all time. I think it's the greatest system of all time overall. I mean, you got so many masterpiece games on the Super Nintendo. It's really awesome. My Super Nintendo isn't in the best shape of all Super Nintendos that I've seen, but of the ones that I've seen, this one doesn't have much yellowing. There's a little bit of stain right there. I'm amazed that this sticker is still on there. Also, we got a little, browning and stuff like that. I really need to clean it up. I haven't had a chance to yet, but I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit more. But overall, I'd say this is in pretty good condition. I also have the Sega Genesis Model 2. Now, I do like the Model 1. I had a Model 1 back in 2001, 2002. I ended up losing it or selling it or something like that. I never grew up with a Genesis. I did grow up with a Super Nintendo. And I got a Genesis because I always really liked the Sonic games and stuff like that. And Genesis has its own kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just kind of, it has its own style of games and its own charm to it. I really like it. The last game I played was Golden Axe 2. I don't have Golden Axe 1, which I would like to have one day. But that's the last game I played for it. Back here we have my boxed Genesis games. Now, boxed Genesis games are easier to come by than boxed Super Nintendo games, and they're also a lot cheaper. I think Bubsy I may have paid like $10 for. This one maybe $8 or $10. Toy Story on the Genesis, good game. I played it mostly on the Super Nintendo, but great game. Bubsy is fun. I don't really know much about it. This is actually a display box, so it may be rarer or whatever than a regular box. I'm not sure. I also have Sonic 2 in the box, which is, there are millions of these, so it's really not that big a deal. Golden Axe 2, which was really cool when I got that, because I got a lot of these from Retro Game Treasure, which is a service that you can get online. It's about $30 a month, and you get anywhere from 3 to 5 games. It comes in a little box like this. I actually saved the box just to, because I like the box. It's great to store games into, and I was really surprised when I got boxed games from that service. I only expected loose games, so that was pretty cool. We'll go through my Genesis collection here real quick. Like I said, this is not a big collection. This is nothing to, like, marvel over or anything, but it's something, that I've been working on. I got, first game here is Desert Demolition, starring Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Never played this game before until I got it. I checked it out. I thought it was really cool. It's really, really tough. It's got great graphics. It's really fun. It's just kind of hard to figure out. I haven't really spent a whole lot of time with it, but when I get a chance, I'm going to try to spend a little bit more time with this because I really do like this game. The next one is Eternal Champions. Pretty common game for the Genesis. It's a fighting game similar to Mortal Kombat, just not as much violence, and the characters are a lot different. I need to dive into this a little bit deeper, but overall it's not a bad game. NBA Jam. Anybody that grew up in the 90s knew about NBA Jam. I mean, who didn't play this in the 90s? This version is pretty good, but I prefer the Super Nintendo version, which I have also. I ended up getting it for both systems, even though I really didn't care too much about the Genesis version. But I do enjoy playing it. I don't think... Yeah, I don't have two controllers for the... Well, yeah, I do have two controllers for the Genesis. I just gotta find the other one. But it's a good game. This Power Rangers game, it's like a fighting game, pretty much. I would rather have the movie version, which is more like a... like you kind of go through and play levels and stuff. This is just a straight up fighting game. It's not bad. It was actually a game that Retro Game Treasure sent me because this game didn't work. Jurassic Park. I still haven't been able to get it to work. Not sure exactly what's wrong with it. I know this was a decent game on the Genesis, but I haven't got a chance to play it because I need to fix it. So I'm going to open this up and take a look at it, see if I could possibly fix it. But from what I remember, this was a pretty good game on Super Nintendo. I know it's a lot different on the Genesis. And then the last game I have here, besides the boxed ones back there, is Super Smash TV. I always enjoyed this game on Super Nintendo. I played this one a little bit. I haven't really dived into it. It's basically the same game, just on the Genesis. Alright, now I'm going to show you my Super Nintendo collection. First up is Super Mario World. It's one of the staples of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I mean, it's just great. I love playing this. I could pop this game in anytime and have a lot of fun with it. I've beat it, I think, one time in my life, and that not being recently. The guy who had this before actually had a saved game on there where he had beat the game, so I took a look at it and jumped around a little bit, but I haven't actually beat it myself, but I'm working on that. Super WrestleMania. It's an okay game. This label is in terrible condition. It's not too bad of a game. It's just kind of just shitty, really, to tell you the truth, because it's just old wrestling games. Just really couldn't do a lot of moves. You could only do like 4 moves, and that was it. Aladdin for the Super Nintendo. Great game. It's more of a less violent game. It's more like acrobatic, where you're jumping around on things rather than actually swinging a sword. And it's funny that he has a sword on this game, but he actually doesn't use it. I prefer the Genesis version compared to this one, but this one I remember playing a lot as a kid, so I had to get it. And of course, we got Donkey Kong Country here. I have the box over there. If I get a box game, I'm not going to keep the game in the box unless I have a double or something, because I don't want to have to keep going in and out of the box to get the game. Classic game, really fun. Never beat it. There is a save game on here where the guy who got it previous to me beat it, but I've never beat it, but I'm working on it. I think I'm on the 4th or 5th world or something like that. Don't know anything about this game. It's called Radical Psycho Machine Racing. Played it a few times. It's kind of weird. It's you race around and shoot each other and shit. It's fun, but I'm not really into it too much. Got that with Retro Game Treasure as well, so it's cool to have games that you've never played before, just for the hell of it. Super Metroid, really awesome game, really fun. Beat it countless times. I could always pop this in and beat it, and it's always awesome every single time. And I got NBA Jam on the Super Nintendo, which I prefer. The graphics and sound are a little bit better. It's the same game. It's nowhere near the arcade, of course, but it's not a bad game at all. Eye of the Beholder. I have no idea what this game is. I actually picked it up at a local bookstore here in North Carolina. I thought it would be okay because it's Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. I figured it'd be a good RPG. It's made by Capcom. It's a little bit too RPG-ish to me. It's like first-person RPG, and it's really, really hard. I haven't gave it enough of a chance yet, though, so I need to dive into this again and check it out and see what it's all about. If I don't end up liking it, I'll end up trading it in or getting some credit for it or something. Then I have The Lion King. This is a game that I really enjoyed playing as a kid. It's very tough as you get on in the later levels of the game, but it's a fun game. It's got really great graphics, really good music. I really like this game. And then last but not least, we have Ren and Stimpy Vidiots. This is a very tough game. A lot of people don't like this game because it's very hard. It's got great graphics, but it can be really, really annoying because basically 3 hits you're dead, and that's pretty much the way that game goes. Like I said, I don't have much of a collection going. I've only been working on it for about a year or so, and I've spent a pretty good amount of money on it. Just trying to collect. For Super Nintendo especially, it can get really expensive because a lot of people like to collect for it. And with eBay prices the way they are... oh yeah, I forgot also, I do have the manual for Super Mario World. Pretty good shape. Considering this manual is 25 years old, it's actually in pretty damn good shape. So I do have the manual to Super Mario World. I also have the manual to Super Metroid, which is really fucking awesome. Still in great shape considering it's 20 plus years old. I really do like still picking these up and reading them. It's fucking great. But that's basically my little collection. It's not much, but it'll grow over the years. Maybe in a couple years from now, I'll do another one of these videos, and it'll double or triple in size, and it'll be great. But I really appreciate you guys watching my videos, although a lot of the times they're real sporadic, and sometimes they're really weird or sucky. But I'm working on trying to make better videos because I've been at this for about 6 years now. So I've learned a lot in those 6 years, but I've just been really busy with work. I really appreciate you guys watching, and until next time, keep dying and keep laughing.